What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. We have huge news today that answers a question that Marvel fans, specifically MCU fans, have been wanting to know for a very long time. The answer to the question, who bought the Avengers Tower from Tony Stark? And we were not short on theories of who could have possibly bought the Avengers Towers from Tony Stark. Could it have been Reed Richards? Could he have bought the building and turned it into the Baxter Building, the headquarters for the Fantastic Four? Could it have possibly been Norman Osborn, who could have possibly turned it into the Oscorp Tower? Well, according to a new report today, it's something that we really did not expect at all, as it seems like the demon Mephisto is actually the one that bought Avengers Tower from Tony Stark. And if this is true, this leads to a lot of questions. However, there is a storyline here that does seemingly make sense of what could be happening in the MCU and how Mephisto could be playing a new prominent role moving forward. And this actually sets up the Midnight Suns perfectly. If Marvel Studios is planning on going down a story route that they did in the comics, we'll see not only the Avengers fighting Mephisto, but also the Midnight Suns fighting Mephisto as well, and possibly even see the Avengers fighting the Midnight Suns. Not the true Avengers, kind of possessed and slash soulless Avengers fighting the Midnight Suns. It's a pretty epic battle in the comics that goes on for hours. We also have some details about how Mephisto is connecting to the Ironheart series, where it's said by Deadline that this could be the show where he makes his debut. Now, they've reported that Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be in the Ironheart series, and Deadline believes him to be playing Mephisto. This has also been reported on by other insiders as well, and it's also been reported that Mephisto is going to be able to take many different forms in the MCU, meaning we're not always going to see him as Sacha Baron Cohen, and when we do see him as Sacha Baron Cohen, we could see him as a demon, the red devil that he is, or we could see him in human form, in businessman form. Or it's even possible that Aubrey Plaza could also be playing a version of Mephisto as well in Agatha Coven of Chaos. It's been said that she is going to be playing an insanely powerful character, one that is an ancient character and stronger than the Scarlet Witch. So what exactly is the plan here for Mephisto? Now, yesterday we had a lot of tweets come out about Mephisto from insiders My Time to Shine Hello, Can We Get Some Toast, and the Cosmic Circus. It started off with Can We Get Some Toast tweeting that the Hood is stealing tech for Mephisto in Ironheart. The question is, why? Then after that, we got a response to that tweet from My Time to Shine Hello, stating that Mephisto in his human form owns a tech company. So the Hood is stealing tech for Mephisto, who apparently in our real world owns a tech company. Then the CosmicCircus.com came out with an article stating that Tony Stark made a deal with the devil for the Avengers Tower. The Cosmic Circus, in the article written by Alex Perez, confirms that their sources have told them that Mephisto is indeed the one who bought the Avengers Tower. Now, right away, let's back up and talk about the fact that Tony Stark sold it to Mephisto. I don't personally believe that he knew who Mephisto was, because we've learned some new details about Mephisto, and that is that he is primarily going to be appearing in human form. When he gets introduced in Ironheart, he is mostly going to be kind of in a business attire. He's going to look like a businessman. He's going to look like this businessman who owns a huge tech company. It's obviously big enough for him to purchase the old Avengers Tower. So that is primarily how we're going to see him. However, we have heard that he will appear at least once in his demon form in the Ironheart series, which makes sense. You're introducing a new character that a lot of casual Marvel fans or just casual moviegoers are going to go, oh, who is this new business tycoon person? And then tease him with, oh, he's actually this other being. He could be the devil, he could be a demon, he could simply be a powerful sorcerer, but clearly he is much bigger than just a businessman. And I believe that's how he appeared with Tony Stark. He appeared as simply a normal businessman who had the means to purchase the tower from Tony Stark. And at that time, Tony Stark either already had the other Avengers HQ built, or he already had plans to do it, which is why he sold the tower. Tony Stark most likely just saw another businessman. And since he was trying to sell the tower, he was more than likely just happy to sell it. Or it could have actually been Pepper Potts who met with him. We know that she was running Stark Industries, and maybe she was the one who executed this deal. And in that case, I definitely don't think she knew who it was. Now, as far as what story could possibly be happening here in the MCU, well, we could be going with the Damnation storyline. And this is a very interesting storyline that I don't think they're going to adapt page for page in the MCU. For one, they don't ever really do that. They just draw inspiration from the story. And two, I think the exact story might be pretty dark, maybe too dark for the MCU. However, we are diving into that darker side of the MCU. We dove into it in the Multiverse of Madness, and it looks like Marvel Studios is going to double down on that dark side with Mephisto entering the MCU. Because in the Damnation storyline in the comics, we basically see Las Vegas go to hell, like literally go to the hell dimension in which Mephisto is in charge. Las Vegas basically gets destroyed due to Hydra, and then Doctor Strange attempts to bring it back and revert the damage that was caused. But in doing that, a huge building popped out of nowhere called Hotel Inferno. When Strange went to check it out, he found out that Mephisto was running it, and that actually Las Vegas had kind of manifested itself in hell. So when Strange pulled it back, he kind of pulled hell back with it. And the hotel ended up having a really big effect on the people of Las Vegas, basically making them act on instinct and impulse, having no control over their actions, and it basically made them sin, in which Mephisto would take their souls. And what's even more interesting is that it engulfed the present Avengers, Falcon, Captain Marvel, Thor, Hawkeye, and Black Panther, and he turned them into Ghost Riders, almost soulless beings that would basically do the will of Mephisto. It's a big, long story that happens, but essentially Wong ends up calling the Midnight Suns to come in and help. Strange gets captured, and eventually they end up tricking Mephisto with Johnny Blaze. What happens is Mephisto ends up coming to Earth out of the Hell Dimension, and Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, goes into the Hell Dimension and essentially takes the throne, making Mephisto have considerably less power than he did. So the Avengers and all of the other heroes like the Midnight Suns end up locking Mephisto at the top of the hotel. It remains in Las Vegas, but Mephisto is trapped by magic. And that could be kind of the story route that Marvel Studios may be going. Don't forget that in the She-Hulk series, Madison, who would become a friend of Wong's, stated that she went to some hell dimension and made a deal with a goat. And if she didn't basically pull through, he would get her soul. Well, Mephisto has been a goat in the comics before, so this does kind of seem like a setup. Also, they did tease us with Donnie Blaze in that show as well. Not Johnny Blaze, the true Ghost Rider, but Donnie Blaze, seemingly another setup for Ghost Rider to enter, which could mean that the Midnight Suns are about to enter as well. And if we truly are going to make Mephisto a focus of the dark side of the MCU, which I do think is an excellent idea to have him be one of the big bads of the universe, then things are definitely going to get darker really soon, and they're going to need a dark team to take on all of these supernatural threats, which makes the Midnight Suns the perfect team to come into the MCU. We already have a ton of them set up, like Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Daredevil's coming into play, the Punisher is coming as well, Deadpool is coming. We have a lot, and there could be a lot more coming, like Blade, and hopefully Ghost Rider comes pretty soon as well. But this is going to be considerably darker, considerably more grown up, but sounds like it's going to be one crazy cool story. So let us know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like the video, and if you subscribe and leave a comment down below, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner gets to pick one item, and we pick a winner at the end of each month. We're also on Patreon now. We also have a full functioning website that we post to every day, and we have a Discord server. We'll link all of those in the pinned comment and the description below. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.